Good day, greetings students. I am very happy to meet you all again in grade 12 business studies. We are in chapter 11 and we are discussing about marketing. Such a lengthy topic but has been a very interesting topic. It has taught us many things, like starting from what is a market and who is a marketer, marketing, the activities related to marketing, and we have spoken about various things in the marketing mix, marketing concepts. We have discussed about the features and functions of marketing, and now we have started our discussion about the marketing mix. Out of this, we have completed our discussion about product. We have finished discussing about price. Now physical distribution is the third part in our marketing mix, but physical distribution, channels of physical distribution, choice of channels of distribution is actually a deleted portion. So you kindly go through of what information is given in these pages. Now we are moving on to the next element of marketing mix, which is called promotion. So what are we going to discuss about? We are going to talk about promotion. What is promotion? Giving information about product. Giving information to consumers about a product is called what? It's called promotion. So a product கரெக்டான ப்ராடக்ட் மிக்ஸ்லையோ இல்லை ஒரு நல்ல ப்ரைஸில் ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணுறதோ will not sell the product. You need to inform the consumers. You need to make the consumers aware about your product. உங்கள் ப்ராடக்டோட ப்ரைஸ் என்ன, உங்கள் ப்ராடக்டோட ஃபீச்சர்ஸ் என்ன, where is it available, everything should be told, should be informed to the consumers. And who deals with this? It is called as promotion. So promotion நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம்? It refers to the use of communication with twin objectives of informing potential consumers about a product and persuading them to buy. So promotion refers to use of communication with twin objectives. Two objectives are involved in here. What are those two objectives? One is that to inform the consumers about your product. Okay, to inform the consumers about the product and to persuade them to buy. So என்ன பண்றோம்? To persuade them to buy, now we tell the benefits of the product and we make them buy a particular product அப்படின்னா, then that is also involved in promotion. So it is an important element of marketing mix for which marketers makes use of various tools of communication to encourage exchange of goods and services. So here various tools of communications are used. One more important point is that various tools of communication are used. So that is actually called the promotion mix. The combination of various elements of promotional tools, various elements of promotional mix is called as promotion mix. So இப்போ என்ன பண்ணுறோன்னா promotional tools நம்ம ஒரு 4 வச்சுருக்கோம். ஒரு important 4 promotional tools means we have advertising, personal selling, sales promotion and publicity. So what do we have? Advertising, sales promotion, then we have public, personal selling, and public relation. So these are the commonly used promotional tools. A combination of these 4 in different proportions as required by an organization is called its promotion mix. So a combination of these in different proportions is called promotion mix. So நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம்? A combination of these promotional tools in different proportions ன்னு சொல்றோம், because some organizations might focus more on advertising, some organization might concentrate more on personal selling, இல்ல இதுல half அதுல half, 25 25 25 25, or இதுல 30 அதுல 40. So different proportions are there based on the requirement of the products. ஒவ்வொரு ப்ராடக்டோட நீடை பொறுத்து, அது என்ன அளவுக்கு கன்சியூமர் கிட்ட ரீச் பண்ண முடியுங்கிறத பொறுத்து these promotional tools are used in various proportions. So these tools are called as elements of promotion mix. இது நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? These are called as elements of promotion mix, and these can be used in different combinations to achieve the goals of promotion. So what are we going to know? Means we are going to understand these elements, their features, merits and limitations one by one. Okay, so we are going to discuss about advertising, sales promotion, personal selling and public relation. Today we are in this session we are going to talk about advertising first of all. Okay, so moving on to advertising, let's start about advertising. It's a very common or very popular promotional tool னு சொல்லலாம். எல்லாருக்குமே நமக்கு தெரிஞ்ச விஷயம் என்னன்னா advertisements. But how far is it useful? Is it reaching the consumers? What kind of products can be advertised? What are the objections to advertising? Are the important points that we are going to discuss now. So first we are going to talk about what is advertising, what are its features, merits and demerits. Understood? So we come across hundreds of advertisements every day. இப்போ எல்லாத்துலேயும் advertisement. We want to download and install one app, அங்கேயும் advertisements இருக்கு. We are watching TV, advertisements. Radio, advertisement. Newspaper, advertisement. Internet, advertisement. So advertisements are there everywhere. It is reaching mass population. Okay, so advertising is perhaps most commonly used tool. So in the 4 tool நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணதில் the most commonly used promotion tool is advertising. Most commonly used promotional tool. It is an impersonal form of communication. Impersonal அப்படினா we are not focusing on one particular consumer. We are not telling the information directly to them. Okay, consumers நம்ம கிட்ட டைரக்ட்டா பேசல. We are paying for it and our executives or our company people may not act it out. அதில் இருக்கிற எல்லாத்தையுமே நம்ம கம்பெனி தான் பண்ணுச்சானா no. So we call it an impersonal tool. So it is an impersonal form of promotion. Okay, so the most common modes of advertising are newspapers, magazines, television and radio. They have given only 4. You can keep counting on it. Ninga Play Store pona kuda we get advertisements. Any applications we get advertisements. So advertisement has been increasing, where its scope has increased. Adu edella cover pannuna the scope of advertising has increased a lot. What are the features of advertising? First thing, it is a paid form. The marketers pay for it. In the advertisement kudukiradhukku we need to pay. Advertisement create பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு payment and to display it in newspaper or in radio or in television we need to pay. So it is a paid form of communication, that is the sponsor has to bear the cost of communicating with the prospects. So adile irukira profit and loss yara poi cherum appadina the person who is sponsoring it, who is paying the money for it. Okay, second thing is impersonality. There is no face to face contact. What is the second thing? No face to face contact with the consumer. No face to face contact with consumer. It is over a mass media. Newspaper நம்ம படிக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா there is no contact with the producer and me or the marketer and me. So advertising creates a monologue and not a dialogue. Monologue na yaro orthar mattum solradhu monologue. Dialogue is when we have a conversation. So ipo nama TV la or advertisement paakrom appadina we have to just be a listener and get the information. We cannot tell our opinions there or we cannot ask anything through the advertisement. Adhe madri da newspaper la vara advertisement too. Okay, the third thing is identified sponsor. Advertising is undertaken by some identified individual or company who makes the advertising efforts and also bears the cost for it. So identified sponsor. இப்போ நம்ம மைலோக்கு ஒரு அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட் பார்க்குறோம் அப்படின்னா இட் இஸ் ஸ்பான்சர்ட் பை நெஸ்லே. ஓகே, அந்த ஸ்பான்சரோட நேம் அதில் இருக்குது. ஸோ தி ஐடென்டிஃபைட் ஸ்பான்சர். பொதுநலன் கருதி வெளியிடுவோர் சொல்லி ஒரு கம்பெனியோட நேம் சொல்கிறாங்க. தட் இஸ் ஈவன் அன் ஐடென்டிஃபைட் ஸ்பான்சர். ஓகே, so the features of marketing include paid form because it is paid by the sponsor. The charges are borne by the marketer. impersonal approach is that there is no face-to-face contact with consumers, and of course the sponsors of the product are identified. Continuing the topic, we are going to discuss the merits and demerits of advertising. First, let us talk about the merits of advertising. Advertising nala namak kedaikira merits enna nu paatha appadina, first thing, mass reach. Mass reach, at a very short time you can reach to a mass number of consumers. In the place dhaan illama you can go for a vast geographical area. Many messages, many advertisements are nationwide, or sometimes it is in even international wide. So advertising is a medium through which a large population can be reached. So an advertisement message placed in a national daily paper also reaches. So it is not only TV or media, radio, but even newspapers, they have a wide range reach. The next thing is enhancing customer satisfaction and confidence. Enhancing customer satisfaction and confidence. What do we mean by this அப்படின்னா, it creates confidence amongst prospective buyers as they feel more comfortable and assured about the product quality. ஒரு verification மாதிரி இருக்கு. When it is advertised, they tell about the FSI number, they tell about the license, they promise the quality. So there is a proof for the customers. This enhances their satisfaction and confidence. Since it is publicly announced, many people will be buying. அப்படிங்கிறப்போ the company would not take chances. Whatever they have promise, that will be definitely fulfilled, will be a point of customers. Expressiveness, many forms are there to express our ideas and features about the product. Through audio, jingles இருக்கலாம், ரேடியோவில் வர ஜிங்கிள்ஸாக இருக்கலாம், டிவியில் வர விஷுவல் அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்டாக இருக்கலாம், ஆர் whatever comes in print media, கிராஃபிக்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுறதா இருக்கலாம், அனிமேஷன் டெக்னிக்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுறதா இருக்கலாம். There are a lot of ways to express what you want to do. With the special effects that can be created, even simple products and messages can even be attractive. It can easily attract consumers. The next point is economy. Since you have mass reach, with a minimum amount you can reach many consumers is the point. So because of its wide reach, the overall cost of advertising gets spread. இப்போ ஒரே இடத்துல பர்சனல் செல்லிங்னா 1-to-1 அப்படிங்கிறப்போ in the cost incurred for this personal selling will cover 20 products, maximum 20 products னு வச்சுக்கலாம். But the same advertising will cover 200 people. So it is very, very economical. Okay, and then comes the limitations, the demerits. So it does not have only the merits, it also talks about the demerits. What are the demerits? It is less forceful. We are giving information about the product, we are not telling them to buy it, இல்லையா? Since it is an impersonal contact, there is no way you can persuade them, you cannot force them. Okay, நீங்கள் வந்து என்ன சொல்லலாம், இது வாங்கினா நல்லாயிருக்கும்னு சொல்லாமே தவிர you better take it, this has a better option, அப்படிலாம் you cannot convince them because it is impersonal form of communication. Okay, so usually what happens when we have advertisement, we just turn the channel, we might not know. Okay, then comes lack of feedback. whether people like it or not, whether what can be improved indala enna feedback me illa, because it is a monologue. We saw it here. It is a monologue. நம்ம கொடுக்குற இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் மட்டும்தான் கன்சியூமர்ஸ்க்கு ரீச் ஆகுமே தவிர what is their idea will never be known by us. Okay, so it is a very very difficult thing to get feedback through this mechanism. Okay, whether they have understood or not, we don't know. Inflexibility. So the message will be same. For national newspaper la podra information, it will be the same. அதில் ஏதாவது சேஞ்சஸ் பண்ண முடியுமா? ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் ஸ்டேட்டை கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ண முடியுமா? ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்டை கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ண முடியுமானா நோ. ஓகே, அட்வர்டைசிங் இஸ் லெஸ் ஃப்ளெக்சிபிள் as a message is standardized. இப்போ சொல்கிறாங்க இல்லையா, if you want to print it, this many number of words, this many number of words will charge this much. So இவ்வளோ size of boxக்கு இவ்வளோ rupees charge பண்ணுறோன்னு போட்டுறாங்க. So you need to constrain your message till that. அதே மாதிரி தான் mass media advertisement. If you see TV or anything, you need to pay. So இந்த டைமிங்க்கு இவ்வளோ பே பண்ணணுன்ற விஷயம் இருக்கு இல்லையா. So based on that it differs. Okay, and then low effectiveness. Next point is low effectiveness. What is the meaning of it? The volume of advertising is getting more and more expanded. It is becoming difficult to make advertising messages heard by the target prospects. This is affecting the effectiveness of advertising. So இப்போ நம்ம கொடுக்குற advertisement should reach the target market. அப்படிங்கிறப்போ when there is an expansion in the people who watch, அவங்களுக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி நம்ம advertisement கொடுக்குறப்போ the effectiveness of the product or the effectiveness of advertising gets down, because you are covering a mass media or big population cover பண்றப்போ it is very very difficult. Okay, now that we have discussed the merits and demerits of advertising, we are now going to discuss why people object advertising. அது ஒரு promotional tool எடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னா we need to think a lot. Why? There are certain important points to be examined. Okay, these are like major criticism against advertising that we need to talk about. So there are merits, of course. Merits and demerits common நம்ம observe பண்றது. இதையும் தாண்டி criticizers சொல்றது, critics சொல்ற opposite points and negative points என்னங்கிறது தான் we are just going to discuss in the next topic called objections to advertising. What are the objections that advertisers or advertisements face? What are the objections faced? Means first thing, the opponents say that it adds to the cost. It adds to the cost of the product. Is it good? Means no, it isn't. Okay, it isn't is the point. The opponents of advertising argues that advertising unnecessarily adds to the cost of the product, which is ultimately passed on to the buyers in the form of high prices. High advertisement cost யாரால bear பண்ணிக்க முடியும்? The company, all the companies would not bear it. So it is added to the price of the product. So indirectly, who has to suffer the problems அப்படின்னா it is suffered by the consumers, the buyers of the product. So it costs lots of money but it helps to increase the demand. நம்ம ரெண்டு சைடாவும் பார்க்குறப்போ adds to the cost அப்படின்னா burden on consumers but it increases the demand for the product. It increases the demand of the product. Fine. Like what? As large number of potential buyers come to know about the availability of the product, its features, etc., and are persuaded to buy it, the increased demand leads to higher production, and hence you can manage the cost of advertising or the cost of production. Solrom. So what we are doing is, yes, of course it adds up to the cost, but still it increases the demand, which increases the production. Obviously the cost again will be the same. Okay, there won't be much of a difference is the point argued. So நம்ம இப்போ objectionsல என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்? We are discussing not only the problems, but you can discuss how much we can solve these problems அப்படிங்கிறது நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். The second point is it undermines social values, does not concentrate on social values. Undermines social values. என்ன மாதிரி undermine பண்ணுது அப்படின்னா, another important criticism is that it undermines social values and promotes materialism. It breeds discontent among people as they come to know about new products and feel dissatisfied with their present state of affairs, show new lifestyles which don't find social approval. So இப்போ நம்ம பார்க்குற எல்லா அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்ஸுமே or they prospective அப்படின்னா no. There are certain advertisements which do not concentrate on the social values of the country. It talks about things that should not be followed or should not be encouraged. Okay, children, the way it is projected, no, it should not be there. It is not entirely true nor point சொல்றோம். ஏன் அப்படின்னா it helps buyers by informing them about the new products. So arrival of new products ஓட advertisement என்ன பண்ணுது? It creates a negative impact about the existing products, but the truth is it informs them about a new product so they can improve their existing products. Okay, the job of an advertisement is to inform. It cannot take the decision, it can persuade to buy, ஆனால் decision யாரோடது? கன்சியூமரோடது. So it cannot be able to you cannot take that entirely as a negative point. Third point is that it confuses the buyers. ஏன்னா நிறைய இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுத்துட்டே இருக்காங்க, different advertisements are there, so buyers are getting confused about what to buy. Okay, the style, the size, எதை வாங்கணும் எதை வாங்கக்கூடாது, it's like similar claims of whiteness or stain removing abilities of certain products. அது கிராஃபிக்ஸில் காட்டிட்டு போயிடுறாங்க. But is it true? That kind of confusions come. Will it really happen? Okay, that sort of confusions come. But what do the supporters say? It makes the purchasers, it helps the purchasers, avlodane thavara it does not take the decision. Okay, it helps you. உங்களுக்கு whiten teeth வேணுமானா இது, you want to control hair fall na you can go for this product nu ஒரு suggestion தானே தவிர the decision is taken by the consumer is the argument kept against it. ஆனாலும் still this is there. All these objections can be not completely proven right or completely proven wrong. These are the points that you have to keep in mind. இது நம்ம objections னு பார்க்காம points that you should keep in mind அப்படின்னா these are the points that you need to keep in your mind. Okay, the next point is it encourages sale of inferior products. Encourages sale of when people start buying based on the advertisements given, it might be false is the accusation here. So it does not differentiate between superior and inferior goods. Okay, and that is quality wise நம்ம பார்க்குறப்போ these are equal. எல்லா அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்டும் இருக்குது, எல்லாமே ஈக்குவலி இன்ஃபார்ம்ங்கிறப்போ there is no differentiation. அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்ஸை வச்சு மட்டும் நம்மளால் பார்க்க முடியாது. Okay, the desired level of quality will depend on the economic status. The argument in people say that it depends on the economic status. What quality that a person in a rich community expects is not the same quality that a person in a middle class expects. இது டிஃபர் ஆகுது இல்லையா? இப்போ எல்லா பவுடர், எல்லா டிட்டர்ஜென்ட் பவுடர்லேயுமே ஒரு டிட்டர்ஜென்ட் பவுடர் தான் குவாலிட்டேட்டிவ் ப்ராடக்ட்னா எல்லாராலையும் அதை அஃபோர்ட் பண்ண முடியுமான்ற ஒரு கொஷின் இருக்குது. ஸோ என்னால் அஃபோர்ட் பண்ண முடியறதுல எது குவாலிட்டி பெஸ்ட்டுன்னு எனக்கு தோணுதோ அதை நான் வாங்கிக்கிறேன். பட் வாட் இஸ் தி ஆர்கியூமெண்ட் அகேன்ஸ்ட் அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்? தட் இட் இஸ் encouraging the sale of inferior products. What is the solution here அப்படின்னா, they should not make any false claims that this will definitely do this ங்கிற மாதிரி எந்த மாதிரியான false claims சொல்லக்கூடாது. ஓகே, next, some advertisements are in bad taste. We don't want to watch those advertisements first of all. Some advertisements are in bad taste. Like when you see the face of your mother, you will feel lucky ngiradhu. Okay, fine, good. But mother is applying that soap. அந்த சோப் போட்டு மூஞ்சி கழுவுனதுனால தான் அம்மா ஃபேஸ் பார்த்து எனக்கு லக்கியாக இருக்குங்கிற மாதிரியான concepts we should not instill in kids or in anybody else. இது செஞ்சால் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இம்பேக்ட் ஆகுன்ற மாதிரி எந்த விதமான நெகட்டிவ் இம்பேக்ட்ஸுமே நம்ம அங்கே கொண்டு வரக்கூடாது. Okay, some advertisements are really in bad taste, like what relationship between employer and employees based on the dress they wear. ஒரு இன்டர்வியூவில் செலக்ட் பண்ணுறது வந்து ட்ரெஸ்ஸிங் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட், ஆனால் இந்த டிட்டர்ஜென்ட் போட்டு துவைச்சதுனால தான் செலக்ட் பண்ணாங்கங்கிற மாதிரியான பாயிண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கக்கூடாது. your dress should be crisp, it should be perfectly ironed அந்த மாதிரி சொல்லாமே தவிர you should not talk about like people only look into these things, they do not even look into your biodataங்கிற மாதிரியான low grade advertisements should not be given. Okay, but what does the proponent say? What of the people who accept advertisement says? There may be some chances of misuse of advertising as a tool which can be properly safeguarded by the law. எதுவுமே ராங்காக இருக்கக்கூடாது. ஆல்கஹாலிக் அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் சில்ட்ரன் யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது, சிகரெட் அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ், டொபாக்கோ அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ் சில்ட்ரன் யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது. that kind of advertisements. And when certain perfume is there, இல்லை ஒரு சாக்லேட்காக சண்டை போடுறது, ஒரு சாக்லேட்காக சீட் பண்ணுறது, that kind of things should be taken into a right concept. Concept wise அது தப்பான விஷயங்களை இன்ஸ்டில் பண்ணக்கூடாது. Alright, so this is about the objections to advertising. And advertising is considered as an important tool of marketing, especially after globalization. We have made it very sure that advertising is an important tool. It has to read a mass media, ஒரு நிறைய population reach பண்ணும். Geographically we are becoming a borderless economy, a borderless world அப்படின்னா we need advertisements so that we can reach everywhere. மற்ற கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ப்ரமோஷன் மிக்ஸ் பார்த்தா it won't work, like personal selling won't work. Okay, so that is why they say advertising is the most commonly used tool. Till today it is the most commonly used tool. In the objections la irukku, you cannot overrule these objections. You need to keep in mind these objections and you should think of ways that can solve these problems or the negative impacts of this. Okay, so it is not a social waste, rather it adds value to the social cause by giving a boost to production and generating employment. இதனால நிறைய advertising agencies இருக்கு. Creates employment fine, but it should not create any negative impact. Okay, thus is the discussion about advertising. Okay, as the first promotional tool or the element of promotion mix. The first tool that we have discussed is about advertising. Next we are going to talk about personal selling. We're going to discuss personal selling. What is personal selling? It involves oral presentation of message in the form of conversation. Anga monologue, here we have dialogue. Oral presentation of information in the form of conversation. Right, so what is it? Here we are dealing directly face to face with the consumer. Coming face to face with the consumers is really beneficial for both, for the firm as well as the customers. Why? Because the consumer will get direct information from the firm and the firm gets benefited because they can build a new relationship with their consumers. இவங்க தான் என்னோட கன்சியூமர்னு எனக்கு தெரியும். I know what they like and what they not like. So based on that I can decide. For this purpose, what do the firms do? They appoint salesperson. Who does this communication? The salesperson who is appointed by the firm makes this step. Understood? And they should create awareness about the product and develop product preferences with the aim of making sale. In the salesperson enna பண்ணுவாங்க? They first create awareness about the product. They create awareness, first step, and develop product preferences and develop product preferences with the aim of making sales. And how a salesperson should be there? It should not be only about speaking, he should be about listening. ஒரு salesperson பேசுறதை விட அதிகமாக கேட்டால் மட்டும்தான் the consumer will like. the consumer will tell his or her opinions openly. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் you can make a sale. So a good sales, it's not about closing a sale. இந்த சேலை நான் முடிச்சிட்டேங்கிறத தாண்டி it is all about opening a new relationship. இந்த கடைக்கு திருப்பி போனால் இவங்க இருப்பாங்கன்னு தெரிஞ்சு போகிறது. It is just because the salesman has approached you in a proper way. Okay, that should be there. Okay, and now we are going to discuss the features of personal selling. The first feature is personal form. Direct face to face contact is there. Okay, you are not involving anybody. Firm oda representative da consumer meet panna poranga. So there is no mediator in between, and it is an interactive relationship between the buyer and the seller. Next, development of relationship. It's a dialogue, right? So they develop a relationship with the buyer. They come again and again to the same shop because they like the customer service. இப்போ எல்லாமே எதை பற்றி தான் இருக்குது, customer service and customer satisfaction. So the salesperson can develop personal relationships with the prospective customers which may become important in making sale. இப்போ நம்ம ஒரு டாக்ஸியில் போகிறோம்னா கூட we opt for a certain driver because we feel safe with them. Right, we ask எனக்கு அந்த டிரைவர் இருந்து அனுப்பிச்சி விட்ருங்க. இட்ஸ் a public, என்ன சொல்கிறது, that organization or that cab or that taxi can have many drivers. ஆனால் நம்ம ஒரு டிரைவரை ஏன் கேட்குறோம்னா it is because of this development of relationship. We feel safe with them, we feel comfortable with them. அதே மாதிரி தான் when you buy products, that is even the same. Understood? And now we are going to discuss the merits and not demerits. We have only merits here, merits and for each person. Merits, first thing is flexibility. ஒவ்வொரு கஸ்டமர் ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரி இருப்பாங்க. So according to them we can choose the products. We can talk as per their requirement. அவங்களுக்கு எப்படி சொன்னால் புரியுமோ அப்படி நம்ம சொல்கிறோம். So the flexibility is there. Sales presentation can be adjusted to fit the specific needs. ஒருத்தருக்கு டக்குன்னு இதை சூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு வாங்கிட்டு போயிட்டே இருந்தால் பிடிக்கும், இன்னொருத்தங்களுக்கு they want to have choices. So personal selling இருந்தால் தான் அது பண்ண முடியும். Advertisement just gives a general information, so that is inflexible. ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி நம்மளால் மாற்ற முடியாது. But here some people concentrate on the quality, some people concentrate on the price, some people concentrate on the variety. So யாருக்கு எது பிடிச்சிருக்கோ அதை என்ஹான்ஸ் பண்ணி நம்மளால் சேலை முடிக்க முடியும். Okay, the second point is importantly you get the direct feedback. We get a direct feedback from the consumers. அவங்களுக்கு என்ன பிடிச்சிருக்கு என்ன பிடிக்கல, directly you can get a feedback from them. Right, what do they require? இப்போ ஒரு கடையில் வந்து உட்காரதுக்கு சேர்ஸ் இல்லைன்னா they can tell. The consumer feels like he wants to sit அப்படின்னா he tells directly. So next time you know that உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஃபீட்பேக்காக அது இருக்கும். இதில் இந்த கலருக்கு பதிலாக அந்த டிசைன் இருந்திருக்கலாம், இல்லை இந்த கலர் இருந்திருக்கலாங்கிறப்போ யூ கெட் யுவர் டைரக்ட் மார்க்கெட் ரிசர்ச் தேர். நீங்கள் தனியாக அதுக்குன்னு செலவு பண்ணி மார்க்கெட் ரிசர்ச் பண்ணாமல் யூ கேன் டூ இட் இன் பர்சனல் செல்லிங். அண்டர்ஸ்டுட்? த தேர்ட் பாயிண்ட் இஸ் மினிமம் wastage. What kind of wastage do we have here? So the efforts, the wastage of efforts in personal selling can be minimized as company can decide the target consumers before making any contact with them. So if advertising rapport, it reaches a general audience. இப்போது அது வந்து ஒரு பைக்கை பற்றி அப்படின்னா ஐ ஆம் நாட் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டட் இன் தட்னா ஐ சேஞ்ச் த சேனல். ஆனால் தட் அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட் கம்ஸ் ஃபார் மீ ஆல்சோ. பட் பர்சனல் செல்லிங் யூ கேன் ரீச் அவுட் டு த ரைட் கன்சியூமர்ஸ். இப்போ வந்து ஒரு புக் கம்பெனி இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா they can reach out to schools and colleges directly instead of going on to offices. எங்கே சேல் ஆகுங்கிறது நம்ம பார்க்கணும் இல்லையா? ஸோ based on that efforts can be minimized. Okay, so these are the merits of personal selling. Now we will discuss the role of personal selling. That is, we will discuss how is it important to businessmen and how it becomes important to customers. Okay, what kind of benefits these people get from personal selling. So we are going to discuss the role of personal selling. Yes, of course, it plays a very important role in marketing and in promotion mix. The importance of personal selling to businessmen, customers and society are described. So we are going to discuss the importance to each and everybody. First, importance to businessmen. Importance to businessmen. So what kind of benefits they get அப்படின்னா, first thing they create demand for a firm's products and increasing the sale. So how? Personal selling rappo, you add on to the product features, then it is very flexible. All these will induce the demand. Effective promotional tool. First thing, மற்றதை கம்பேர் பண்ணுறதை விட personal selling is very effective because you meet the consumers directly, okay, and you get the feedback immediately. Effective promotional tool. So the prospects about the merits of a product, you can tell why to buy the product. ஸோ அவங்கள கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ணி வாங்க வைக்கிறது இஸ் வெரி வெரி ஈஸி இன் பர்சனல் செல்லிங். செகண்ட் திங், ஆஸ் வி ஹேவ் டிஸ்கஸ், இட் இஸ் அ வெரி ஃப்ளெக்சிபிள் டூல். ஸோ எங்கே எந்த மாதிரி தேவையோ அந்த மாதிரி நம்ம பேசிக்கலாம். வி do not have to incur a lot of time or cost here. Okay, so it is very flexible and it helps the business person in adopting their offer in varying purchase situations. ஃபேமிலியோட வந்தால் என்ன மாதிரி சொல்லணும், இங்கே இருந்தால் என்ன மாதிரி சொல்லணும், when they are coming alone what is their requirement. Okay, persuading them is very very flexible here in personal selling. Then it minimizes wastage of efforts. Already we have discussed this point, so I don't think we have to discuss this again. So minimizes wastage of efforts. Then consumer attention is here. Very importantly, when you talk to them, you will know whether they are getting the point or not, and their attention is entirely on you. ஏன்னா நீங்கள் பண்ணுறது கான்வர்சேஷன்ங்கிறப்போ both of them get their complete attention, right? And then lasting relationship. As we have discussed earlier, a salesman, when he builds a good relationship with the buyer, this relationship continues for a long time. It doesn't end so easily. Then role in personal rapport. The next point is personal rapport, because in personal selling we know what people like. அதுவும் ரெகுலர் கஸ்டமர்ஸ் தான் இட் இஸ் வெரி வெரி ஈஸி டு நோ வாட் இஸ் தேர் ப்ரிஃபரன்ஸ். அதை நம்ம ரெடியாக எடுத்து வச்சுருப்போம். ஸோ தட் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் concern that we give on the consumers is really really good to make the consumers feel better with us than the competitors. Role and introduction stage, this plays a very very important role. இப்போ முக்கியமாக ஏதோ ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் நம்ம we are bringing into the market அப்படின்னா we'll do this so that they get right information about the product. நம்ம ப்ராடக்ட் எல்லாருக்கும் போய் ரீச் ஆகிறதுக்கு பர்சனல் செல்லிங் ஹெல்ப்ஸ் இஸ் அ லாட். ஸோ நம்மளே அதை பற்றி நிறைய இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு திஸ் பர்சனல் செல்லிங் ரியலி ஹெல்ப்ஸ். அண்ட் இட் கிரியேட்ஸ் அ வெரி ஸ்ட்ராங் லிங்க் வித் customers. Understood? These are the various points that help businessmen. Now to consumers. How does it help consumers? First thing, it helps in identifying needs. So in personal selling, they give me my preferences, knowing how these can be satisfied. So நமக்கு என்ன தேவைங்கிறது when we enter into a shop, seeing all the varieties. If you're a dress shop ke porona, you have lots of choices and they tell you, they give you information like this is a new product, this is a new arrival, idu parunga adu parunga, they tell you a lot of information. So adudha vandu it helps in identifying our own needs. Then you get the latest market information. Advertisement varadhukku munnadiye you get the latest market information. If there is a new product that has come, you get that information very soon. Product availability, shortage, demand, adoda price change, adellame vandu you get very immediately in personal selling. Then expert advice. So usually salesmen vandu on the field la they will be very well known. So you get an expert advice. Jewelry shop la usually vandu they will have personal selling only. Advertisement தாண்டி அங்க முக்கியமா நம்ம பார்க்கிறது வந்து personal selling. ஏன் அப்படினா it helps in identifying needs. First thing, நமக்கு என்ன மாதிரியான jewelry வேணும், we can get choices and they will also supplement their features. Function use illa daily use, they'll ask such questions and you get latest market information. Inniki gold rate enna, inniki enna situation enna, what is the making charges, adellame theriyum. And there will be experts who tell that idu romba naal taangu, idu taangadu, you cannot put it for regular use. Even for clothes you get expert advice like this. Okay, they help in better purchase. Induces customers. So we get a reason to buy. It induces us. The way they promote the product, we will like or we want to buy the product. Okay, thus it induces the customers to purchase new products that satisfy their needs in a better way. Or comparison மாதிரி அவங்க சொல்றப்போ we will know what is good in this and what is not good in this. So that helps us, that induces us to buy the right product. Understood? These are the importance to consumers. Finally, to the society, how is it beneficial? How is personal selling beneficial to society? Means converts latest demand. Converts because personal selling means they deal directly with the consumers. Consumers oda nera deal பண்றப்போ we will know what people want. Okay, it personal selling converts latest demand into effective demand. ஸோ இதுதான் மேம் இப்போ ஃபாஸ்ட் மூவிங்காக இருக்குதுன்னு சொல்கிறப்பவே இட் பிகம்ஸ் an effective demand. Okay, it is through this cycle that the economic activity in the society is fostered, leading to more jobs, more incomes and more products and services. So economic growth also is induced by personal selling. ஏன்னா நமக்கு டைரெக்டாக அவங்களோட டிமாண்ட் தெரிகிறப்போ you can easily fit in to that need. And next, employment opportunities are creating. Personal selling rappo, you need salesperson, and that salesperson are human beings only. So it creates employment opportunities. And then career opportunities, it provides attractive career with greater opportunities as well as security, respect, variety, interest. So they get a lot of information working on the field. Consumers oda direct work பண்றப்போ they get good exposure, so they get good career opportunities. And then we have mobility of sales people. Mobility means moving. So they move here and there, and which promotes travel and tourism in the country. Personal selling ingrappo they have to travel from one place to another place. So this is also economically beneficial for our country. And finally, product standardization. எல்லா ப்ராடக்ட்டும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்கும். The standardization is strictly followed. Understood? So these are the benefits or the importance of personal selling to society. So in short, personal selling is very economical. It is cheaper, and it creates a direct personal relationship with the consumers. It helps us to build our target market. Understood? And it is beneficial to every sector. So we have discussed 2 promotional tools in this session. We spoke about advertising and personal selling. In the next session, we will discuss about sales, promotion and publicity. With that, we will be finishing this chapter. If at all you have any doubts till now, whatever we have discussed, please feel free to reach me out and get your doubts clarified. Thank you, and may all have a wonderful day today.